What's up, everyone? And today I'm bringing a deck for all my Speedroids. Now, Speedroids is a pretty fun deck that it's kind of similar to Morphtronics in a way. A little bit of dice roll luck involved, but still a very solid deck. And it's a deck where I continuously ask this one question: is anyone really even terrified of this card? Just put it to 3. Nothing's gonna happen. Cool tech option, and to be honest, I'm fine with that. Look where we're at now. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First, I run the 1 Speedroid Terratop, which shows at 3, but if you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand, and when this card is no more special summoned, you can add 1 Speedroid monster from your deck to your hand. So, this is essentially one of your starters. It can get you basically any card in your deck, well, like Speedroid-wise, which is definitely really good because you're going to use it to usually grab your copy of Speedroid, take it on board. Take it board, you can, if you control a wind monster, you can special summon it from the hand. Then you contribute this card to special summon a Speedroid tuner monster from your deck. Although it does have a restriction, you can only special summon Takatomborg once per turn. Also run the 3 Marbled Machine. I don't really get why they're pendulums though. Like, even though they're pendulum summons, you don't really pendulum summon them. This card is normal summoned. You can activate this effect, add 1 Speedroid monster from your deck to your hand. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except for wind, which is fine because there's only 1 card in our extra deck that is not a wind. I run 3 copies of the Car Turbo. Car Turbo is essentially a free summon. If you control a wind monster, you can special summon this card from the hand. Also run the 1 Double Yo-Yo. I really wish this had a higher rarity printing. I feel like it would look really nice in secret. Double Yo-Yo, whenever it is normal summoned, you can special summon a Speedroid monster from your graveyard. So this is definitely really good for going second. Additionally, it's also a card you want to grab off of the Rubber Band Shooter. Also run the 1 Piper. Piper, if it's normal special summon, you can activate cards from the top of your deck equal to the number of other wind monsters you control. Add 1, put the rest on the bottom in any order. So that's definitely really good because a lot of times when you activate this, you may have like 3 or 4 cards, so you can just activate. And the cool thing is it says 1 card. It doesn't say 1 Speedroid card, it just says 1 card. So if you want to add yourself a Wind Witch card or Call by the Grave or whatever you want, you can. It's also got an additional effect while it's in the graveyard. You can banish it to target a Speedroid monster you control, reduce its level by 2. Or not a Speedroid monster, 1 level 3 or higher wind monster. Also run the 1 Red-Eyed Dice. Whenever it's normal special summon, you can basically adjust the level of another Speedroid monster. Also run the 1 Dendaikuduk. Originally I was playing this at 2, but I just kept seeing it in my opening hand, and I don't want to see it in my opening hand because I'd much rather normal the Car Turbo, Tomborg, or even the Double Yo-Yo. Next I play 3 Wind Witch Ice Spell, the 1 Glass Spell, and the 1 Snow Bell. Essentially, if you control no monsters, you can special summon an Ice Spell from the hand, and then you can special summon Glass Spell from the deck, which will then allow you to add Snowball, which you can then special summon because Snowball can special summon from the hand if you control 2 or more wind monsters. Also run 3 Wind, the Wind Channeler. 1, you can basically discard this card on 1 other wind monster to add 1 wind monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck to your hand. So basically, you can insert you almost any card in your deck. You can get your Ice Spell, Double Terratop. Also run a 2 Ash Blossom, which is probably, I'd say honestly, one of the best hand traps currently in the game. Sometimes it's like 2nd or 3rd best, but I feel like right now it's probably the best. Going to the spells, I run 3 Speedroid Wheel. This card is absolutely insane. Discard 1 card, roll a 6-sided die, then you can special summon from a hand and or deck 1 or 2 Speedroid monsters whose total levels equal the results you rolled, but negate their effects. And if you do not special summon, you lose life points equal to the results times 500, which you're pretty much always going to be able to special summon. So like, let's say for example, I roll 4, I can basically special Red-Eyed Dice and Terratop. Or I can go Car Turbo and another Car Turbo. I also got 3 Speed Recovery. It's Monster 1 for Speedroids. It's also not once per turn. Also run 1 Pot of Avarice. Does come up occasionally because you do go through, you can fill up your deck pretty easily, and it's not really much of a point having most of those cards stick in the grave because some of them have grave effects, but they don't activate immediately or they aren't that great. Also running 1 Call by the Grave, and in case you're going second, having some triple tactics talents wouldn't hurt. Also run the 3 Imperm and the 2 Goes and Match. You only summon wind. There's only 1 monster in this entire deck that is not a wind. Well, if you include Ash, then there's 3, but you're never going to normal summon Ash. Moving on to the extra deck, I run the 1 High Speedroid Rubber Band Shooter. During your main phase, you can immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon one wind monster. You cannot spell summon from monsters from your next deck for the rest of the turn except Synchro. You banish the one Synchro monster from your extra deck, and then reveal the same number. Reveal 2 Speedroid monsters whose levels equal the monster banished. Your opponent randomly picks one to add to your hand, the other goes to grave. So that's definitely really good considering you can normal summon right after this effect resolves. So like let's say you grab Car Turbo and Double Yo-Yo, whichever one you get, you could just immediately normal summon it. Also run the one access code to help close games out. That's really the only links I run because this one locks you into synchros. I run the one High Speedroid Quark Shooter. Quark Shooter has 2 effects you can activate either or. One is add a Speedroid spell trap from deck to hand, or the other is spell summon the monsters used for its synchro summon. So like let's say the ones you'd use for a synchro summon are usually going to be the Red Eye Dice and the Car Turbo. Or not Car Turbo, the Marble Machine. You can just spell summon them back and then use them to go into other synchro plays. Also run one Shimbara. It's good going second, but I usually use it for the effect of the Rubber Band Shooter. Also run one Kite Drake. Another card that's good going second because if it's synchro summon, you can destroy all the cards on the field. Or they get the effects of all face-up cards your opponent currently controls. So going second, if you can go into this, you're in a pretty good spot. Also run the one High Speedroid Clear Ring Rider. Once per turn during your main phase, you can roll a 6-sided die, and shuffle one monsters from your graveyard equal to the dice roll. Then destroy cards equal to the dice roll, and it gains attack equal to the number of cards destroyed. So this is essentially just like a Kite Drake to just clear the board. Although it is a little bit harder to go into because it requires a Wind Tuner and a non-tuner Wind Synchro monster. Also running Clearwing Synchro Dragon and Clearwing Fast Dragon. Usually I either use them as bridges for Crystal Wing Dragon or through a Band Shooter, which I run the 2 Crystal Wing. Also run the 1 Dawn Dragster, just another very solid level 7 Synchro. Also run the 1 Wind Pegasus Adignister. I do also run Stardust Charge Warrior, basically a draw off of it. I run the 1 Cube, which is a macro, and lastly, I run the 1 copy of Baron de Fleur. What do you think of Speedroid? Do you think it's a deck with some potential? Let me know in the comments and I'll see you next video I make. Bye.